I'm using my little 4" by 4" Semel Art sketchbook. I've done all my World Watercolor Month tiny Tex-Mex paintings in it. I just love the size and I love working in this little sketchbook. Today we're making a Dr. Pepper can. And so one thing that I tell you guys all the time, I am not like a trained artist or anything like that. I know I can doodle, but when I'm trying to create something, I look at the shapes. And basically a Coke can, or well, Dr. Pepper can. In Texas, a lot of us call everything a Coke. So anyway, the Dr. Pepper can is basically a rectangle with some ovals. That's all. And the hardest part of the Dr. Pepper can was the logo. It was tough. That one was harder to do. And mine, the end painting turns out very urban sketching looking. Like it's very rustic or kind of primitive in a way. But I don't chase perfection. I really don't. Most of my paintings that I do not practice ahead of time, other than maybe doing some simple sketches, but I don't really practice painting ahead of time. I want to show you real life, and I want to show you that you can do this too, and mistakes are made. But, you know, in the end, if you focus on making things, creating things for the sake of delight, you're going to have a much better experience. Now see, look here. My pencil art brush pen is kind of letting me down a little bit. I mean, I've used that. Okay, pause. So to make the white, we can either have preserved white, or you can use that Dr. Martin's bleed proof white, or that white Jelly Roll pen, or you could use an acrylic like little marker, like the scrappy acrylic marker pen. Okay, that's how we're going to add the white back in. I'm actually going to use Dr. P.H. Martin's bleed proof white. And it's similar to, like, if you didn't have any of those, you could use craft paint, acrylic paint, or something like that. Or you could have preserved the white, but that's really hard to do on tiny space like that. So, my pencil art brush pen, I love that thing. I love that thing, and I love adding it to my paintings. However, I've noticed that it's been smearing more, and I thought that it was not water soluble or whatever. And so I thought it was, like if I wet it again, it's not going to reactivate. So I'm going to have to do some testing on that, because maybe I'll need to switch back to my favorite Castell pen or something, because it's happened several times and it's kind of like, I don't chase perfection, but I'm also not trying to make, things kind of get wonky like that. But, in the end, it doesn't really matter, but I do like it. I do need to kind of test that out a little bit further to make sure that at least if I'm still referring or recommending that pen, that you guys understand what could happen if you paint over it. Because I just painted over it and I thought, okay, I'll just go back in and add the white. So anyway, that's kind of what I was doing. And so I'm just taking my time and adding in the white. And with the Dr. P.H. Martin's bleed proof white, it is opaque, but if you put too much water on your brush to activate it, then it's not as opaque because it's kind of like watercolor. You just added more color to it. So just trial and error, maybe practice on another sheet of paper. And I'm using the very tip of my brush, so that way, I can get like a little fine details. And to make the maroonish color for the Dr. Pepper can, I used Pyrrole Scarlet, a little bit of quinacridone lilac, and some green apatite. And I think that's the only colors I used. Green apatite, maybe some buff titanium. Anyway, I thought the color turned out great. And I did go back over with the brush pen a couple spots where I thought the black looked better. And it's, like I said, it does turn out a little rustic, a little primitive. But, I like it. And that's day 13 of our tiny Tex-Mex painting watercolor series. And I'm going to, like I said before, I'm going to continue on my series even after World Watercolor Month is over. Oh, look at me setting up my shot. Oh, how cute, Lisa. Trying to make it look all artistic and stuff. So let me zoom in on this so you guys can see how it really looks. take forever, Lisa. I need to edit this out. Or I should have edited this out before I started doing my voiceover. But here we are. Anyways, I hope you guys come back tomorrow for another tiny Tex-Mex painting. And if you like this one, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and share with all your friends. I'll see you at my next video. Bye.